Hey guys, welcome back to Dad's Foxbody Garage. Today we're kind of getting back into a project I've been picking away when I can in between rain for the last week, which is the quarter windows and the interior dyeing. Let me take you over and show you what I've got going on so far. Just got the panels out. I got one of them still laying here, and I can show you a little better over on this one here. As you can see, it's quite a bit of fading from the back window area and a few scratches, but those might be me taking it apart, you know. Not the greatest place to be on a hot and humid Michigan day, scrunched up in the back seat of a Foxbody, trying to get everything apart. I did have two little clips that go on a trim piece above the seat belt where I lost part of the clip. I mean they broke because they were so brittle. Trying to think of what else was trouble. Seat belts came right out, not a big deal. But I had those disconnected when I put the new carpet in last winter, I think, when I did the heater core. Or it might have been the winter before, I don't remember. But the first quarter window came out relatively easy, no drama. I did drop one of these nuts down inside, which I'm gonna have to fish for. But right now, I'm gonna work on getting the old butyl off. Put some gloves on or something so I don't get all sticky. I did notice that there was one stud that didn't have any nut on it at all, so I'm wondering, you know, maybe this quarter window has been replaced before. I don't know, whatever. Show you what we got here on these things. I should have taken a picture before I pulled them, but you can see this rubber on here is really pitted, really shrunk. It's hard and it's like paper, like a knife edge. And it was actually shrunk up so much. Maybe it's the other side that's real bad. Let me go look. One of the sides was shrunk up so much that you can actually see behind it. I think this one was it, yeah. You can actually see behind the molding. So I don't have new ones to go in, but they're ones that are in decent shape. One of them has a scratch on the glass, which I'm going to try to take it to a glass shop and maybe they can polish it out or do whatever they do to it. But the rubber is really nice on them. They've been sitting in a garage for like 15 years. So a lot better than these, because like I said before, I believe this car lived outside in North Carolina for a long time. It's got super low miles on it, but the paint on the top surfaces, like on the roof, has been redone. And there's just, when I got it, there was just a ton of like calcium buildup everywhere, like on the windshield and stuff. You know, I put that, what was it, CLR on there. I tried vinegar, a razor blade, everything. It's just like really, you know, it just looks like it's been sitting outside a long time. You can see a little bit on the sunroof here, around in this area here. I'll probably get a new windshield, maybe this year, just because there's a lot of like scratches in it and stuff. And I tried polishing out. Oh, you can see a little bit right there. You can see this calcium buildup. I tried to scrape off. But being that there's a lot of scratches in there, I tried polishing the Calypso's windshield because it was in similar shape, and it didn't work out so well. As you can see here, I must have got it too hot, and it just took off on me. Cracks took off. But that windshield did have a crack on the other side anyways, so that was my test piece. So where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna try to get this butyl stuff off, and I did get some SEM interior dye, so probably run up to hardware and get some tape and tape off the black area on there, because I'm probably not going to touch the black area. It blends really nicely in the rest of the car. Like, I don't want to get into painting everything. And then re-dye those back panels. I think that'll look really sharp when you look in the back window, because like I said, I think it just got a lot of sun fade. And I'm probably going to try doing the tops of the back seats, just like I saw Brutal like stand way back and just kind of fog it in, and it just kind of brought some of that red back. Because as you can see, I'll show you here, I got them in the garage. As you can see right here, it's a little lighter than here. I'd like to get a little more color in the top there. So if I can just stand back a little bit and fog that in, I think that'll look better, at least from the back seat. You know, again, it's no show car, even though it does go to shows. I just go to be around the guys, and you know, they're good people, they're my people, so you know, I enjoy doing that. But try to do what I can with the resources I have. You know, I'm no professional, like I said before. I'm just some old dude from Metro Detroit, and grew up working on cars and still do it. So alright, well, I'm going to start getting this garbage off of here and clean it up a little bit, and then I'll pull out the ones that are going in. Alright guys, so that went a little better than expected. Really didn't know what, you know, I've never done these before, right? And you know, I said before, I'm no professional at this. But I don't know, looks pretty darn good. There's a little bit of I don't know what you want to call it, I guess dry rot, you know, whatever happens to these, UV damage, whatever, right along the edge here, where I could probably sand it and do something with it. But I'm really happy with that, you know, compared to what came out. You know, you can see this thing is just shot. You have to excuse the mowers, they're the condos behind us. I'm going to show you a little bit more on the inside on how it goes, but you know, it's kind of noisy with the mowers, and maybe I'll do a time lapse or something like that, just so you can see what's involved on the inside. All right. All right, as you saw there, it doesn't take long. Got the other one out, wiped it down a little bit. Got most of the butyl off of there. I dare say this is all original. All the nuts were on there. The other one had some kind of black paint on it. This side does not. So kind of leads me to believe that that one was replaced for one reason or another. But I also can see that this car was painted at one time with those windows still in, or at least this side, because you can see the outline and the paint's just a little bit different. But come on guys, this thing's, what is it, 34 years old, right? Yeah, so not too shabby, I guess, especially in Michigan. You know, you can see those rockers on there. I mean, I'll get you underneath this thing once I get it over to my buddy's house with a lift. You'll be amazed at what this thing looks like underneath. It's just beautiful. I mean, that's the reason I bought this thing. It's really hard to find stuff like this in Michigan unless you owned it new and never drove it, or you spent big money on it. I was lucky to find something kind of in the middle. Not super big money, but enough that, you know, I can have this thing the rest of my life. So, and that's kind of what I plan to do. So anyhow, I'm going to wrap the butyl around this side, which there's nothing really to it. Here's Bob. Hey Bob. Got the helpers out in the shop here today, and I'll push the new window in, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, well, there you have it, guys. Take a look. Really stands out now. Well, in my eye. Or I should say blends in. The other ones were so bad, you didn't even see this line here, this body line in the rubber. It was just all rough. I don't know why I put off doing these for so long. But you can see these things. This was the one that came out. You know, it's just razor thin on the edge. But you know, that's what happens to them. You know, I hear there's a company out there that can make them like new, but I want to say I found these on Marketplace, and they were way too cheap. But the guy that was selling them was like, yeah, they've been sitting in the garage 15 years. This one's got some scratches on it. You can see these here. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not. So he just let them go cheap. And to me, like I've said, you know, a million times, I'm a 20-footer guy, right? I mean, the car looks great from 20 feet. You know, you get up close to it, you can pick it apart. But you know, this is exactly what I want. I had a car that had a, you know, real expensive paint job on it, like I said before, and you know, I was afraid to drive the thing half the time because there's jerks out there. You know, they purposely, you know, put a you know, a cart right into the side of it or something. You know, it's just, it's not my thing anymore. You know, I want something that looks good, drives good, and just enjoy it. At least in this car. Oh, somebody's getting into it out there on a bike. That's on the freeway, so who knows how fast that was. Anyhow, that's about it for the night. I'm gonna clean the inside out, put all my tools away, and hang the seat belts up, back up where they should be. And I think when the wife gets off work, we're going cruising. You know, we don't need back seats in there. It's gonna be a beautiful night. I don't have to work tomorrow. It's 4th of July. I wish everyone a happy 4th of July. It's about 7 o'clock, so all in all, it was I don't know, hour and a half. Like I said, I did have the interior pretty much out of it though. You know, coming up, you know, there's a bunch of stuff going on car show wise, but you know, really looking forward to getting some parts on Calypso, and I'll give you some content on that as well. You know, maybe in the next week or so we'll get some heads, and then I got to start figuring out how to, you know, measure push rods and all that good stuff, and then we can hurry up and wait again. But there's some other stuff we can do. We can change the oil in the blower, get all the surfaces cleaned up, ready to go back together. And distributor's done. Really happy about that. Carb's just sitting there. Carb was never bad. Guess there's not a whole lot to do, but we'll find something to do. You know, I can clean out the overflow tank because I got rust and crap in it, but we don't need to film that goodness. I will probably show you, well, that's what I can do. I can run up to the hardware and get some of that masking tape. Show you the painting the plastics tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be a good project for tomorrow. So, alright, I guess until tomorrow, I'll see you guys later. Alright, one more thing. Before we totally sign off of the whole quarter window project, I wanted to show you what I used for the butyl, and I did actually buy a new nut set for the windows because I didn't know if I'd lose any or any of that. And they come with butyl on the back of the nut. They're a little bit smaller than the factory nut, I have to say, but the one that I dropped into oblivion, yeah, it was nice to have an extra one. But let me show you the part numbers here. These are from LMR, by the way. You can probably get them other places. It's just a 3M product. Ribbon sealer, part number. And then this was for the nuts. So I did buy those ahead of time. In fact, I bought those during the winter when I was planning out projects, and really glad I did. It made life super easy, and like I said, you saw it. It was pretty much straightforward going in. One thing I will say on that butyl, don't try to pull it or cut it with a razor blade. Get yourself your old garage scissors and just cut it to length. You know, it's clean cut. It doesn't stick to the scissors, doesn't muck them up. I'm sure you can clean with brake cleaner or something, or roll it off with your finger if it got stuck to it. It's not as tarry as you'd think, you know, it's more rubbery than anything. But that's it, guys. Please like and subscribe. I'll probably break up this and the interior dyeing in 2 episodes, just because I don't want one big rambling episode. Thanks for watching, and you know, hit me up if you're looking for any t-shirts to help support the channel. I do have some sweatshirts, lots of t-shirts, getting ready for car season, like I said, or car show season. And if anyone out there is you know, has windows worse than these, is looking for one or wants to send some out and they don't want to pull them out of their car, you know, reach out, guys. You can have these things. You know, I hate to throw them out, you know, in case, you know, I know somebody that breaks one. I'll probably just stuff them up on a shelf. But please, not looking to get any money out of them. Just if I can help somebody out with them, you know, please reach out. All right, guys. Thanks again. See you on the next one.